What if the reason so many people feel constantly tired, inflamed, and drained today is because the modern world made us forget the natural remedies ancient civilizations trusted for survival? Long before pharmacies, chemical detoxes, or expensive supplements existed, powerful healing leaves were already being used to cleanse the body, restore strength, and help people recover from disease, exhaustion, and harsh living conditions. Some of these plants were considered so valuable, they were guarded by healers, priests, and tribal communities for generations. And the strangest part? Many of them are still growing today, almost completely ignored by modern society. Today, most people are surrounded by processed foods, pollution, stress, and chemicals the human body was never designed to handle constantly. The result is fatigue, inflammation, brain fog, and a body that slowly loses its natural balance. But ancient herbal traditions believed nature already provided tools to help the body recover. In this documentary, you'll discover 14 forgotten healing leaves once trusted by herbalists, monks, survivalists, and ancient healers. Leaves like hyssop, neem, moringa, mugwort, sage, and dandelion were used for generations to support cleansing and renewal naturally. Some may surprise you, others may completely change the way you see the plants around you. But one leaf later in this journey became feared for its unusually powerful effects, and the final plant might already be growing near your home without you realizing its hidden value. This changes everything, and this is only the beginning. Topic 1. Hyssop, the ancient purifier. Long before modern medicine existed, one small plant appeared repeatedly in ancient purification rituals, survival remedies, and sacred healing traditions. That plant was hyssop. In ancient Middle Eastern cultures, hyssop was associated with cleansing the body and restoring internal balance during times of disease and contamination. Priests, healers, and herbal practitioners believed this humble leaf carried unusual purifying properties. And surprisingly, modern science has found that hyssop contains powerful natural compounds linked to antimicrobial and antioxidant effects. This was never supposed to be forgotten. Hyssop grew in harsh environments where few plants survived, which made ancient civilizations see it as a symbol of resilience and protection. People prepared it as teas, steam infusions, and herbal tonics during seasonal illnesses or periods of physical weakness. Some historical writings even described hyssop as a plant capable of cleansing from within, especially after long winters, poor nutrition, or outbreaks of disease. Today, researchers believe part of hyssop's reputation may come from its natural oils and plant chemicals that help support respiratory health, circulation, and the body's detox pathways. In simple terms, it may help the body clear unwanted waste more efficiently while supporting recovery from inflammation and fatigue. For ancient healers, this mattered deeply because they believed a stagnant body became vulnerable to illness. But hyssop's importance wasn't only physical. Many cultures burned the leaves during rituals meant to purify homes and protect families from invisible dangers. Few people still know this. If you're enjoying this journey through forgotten healing knowledge, follow the channel now. It truly helps us continue creating these documentaries and uncovering ancient remedies almost erased from history. And don't forget to leave your comment and like the video, because we want to know which healing plant surprised you the most so far. And strangely, this ancient detox leaf was only the beginning of something much more powerful, because the next plant became feared across entire civilizations for its intense cleansing effects. Topic 2. Wormwood, the bitter leaf that frightened ancient healers. Imagine tasting a leaf so bitter that ancient healers believed it could drive sickness out of the body itself. That was wormwood. For centuries, this mysterious plant carried a reputation both respected and feared across Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. Warriors used it during long journeys. Herbalists used it during digestive illnesses. And some ancient medical texts described it as a powerful cleanser, capable of forcing the body to purge what did not belong. This changes everything. Wormwood earned its dark reputation because of its incredibly strong natural compounds. Unlike gentle herbs used daily, this leaf was treated with caution. In ancient times, healers believed bitterness itself had healing power. The stronger the bitterness, the stronger the cleansing effect. That belief may explain why wormwood became one of the most valued detox plants in traditional medicine systems. Modern researchers now understand that wormwood contains active plant chemicals connected to digestive stimulation and microbial balance. In simple terms, It may help the stomach, liver, and intestines function more efficiently when overloaded by heavy foods or poor digestion. Ancient people often used it after periods of excess eating, contaminated water, or long illnesses that weakened the body. But there was another reason people respected wormwood. During difficult times, survival communities believed this leaf helped protect the body from hidden threats carried through food and water. Some even hung dried wormwood inside homes to keep away disease and corruption. Few people still know this. Before we continue, notice something fascinating. Many of these ancient detox leaves were not chosen because they tasted pleasant. They were chosen because people witnessed real effects, generation after generation. And the next leaf may be even more surprising, because unlike wormwood's bitterness, it became famous for calming both the body and the mind at the same time. Topic 3. Sage, the leaf of wisdom and longevity. What kind of plant was considered so valuable that ancient cultures connected it to wisdom, protection, and long life itself? The answer was sage. For thousands of years, this aromatic leaf was treated as far more than a cooking herb. In ancient Greece, Rome, and traditional healing systems across Europe and Asia, sage was seen as a sacred plant, capable of strengthening the body while clearing the mind. Some healers even believed a home-growing sage carried protection against disease and decay. This was once more valuable than gold. Sage became famous because people noticed something unusual about those who used it regularly. During periods of exhaustion, poor nutrition, or seasonal illness, sage was believed to restore vitality while helping the body recover faster. Ancient herbalists prepared sage teas, healing broths, and cleansing infusions for people suffering from weakness, digestive discomfort, or heavy fatigue after long winters. Modern science now suggests there may have been a reason for this reputation. Sage contains natural antioxidants and plant compounds linked to inflammation control, immune support, and cognitive health. In simple terms, it may help the body defend itself against stress while supporting clearer mental function. That connection between body and mind fascinated ancient healers, who believed true detoxification involved both physical cleansing and mental clarity. But sage also carried a mysterious spiritual reputation. In many traditions, dried sage leaves were burned during rituals meant to cleanse negative energy from homes and people. While modern science approaches this differently, researchers have found that burning certain aromatic plants may help reduce airborne bacteria in enclosed spaces. Few people still know this. Now pause for a second. Notice how these ancient leaves were never used for only one purpose. They supported the entire system, body, mind, and survival. And the next leaf may be one of the most powerful natural detox plants ever discovered, because entire civilizations trusted it to cleanse both the blood and the skin from deep within. Topic 4. Neem, nature's bitter protector. Deep in the villages of ancient India, one tree earned a reputation so powerful that people called it the village pharmacy. That tree was neem. For more than 2,000 years, neem leaves were used in traditional healing practices to cleanse the body, protect the skin, and support recovery during times of widespread illness. Some communities believed nearly every part of the neem tree carried healing value, but the leaves became especially respected for their intense detoxifying properties. Few people still know this. Neem leaves are naturally bitter, and ancient healers believed bitterness helped the body eliminate unwanted waste and internal imbalance. Families brewed neem leaf teas during seasonal sickness, while others crushed the leaves into pastes for the skin. In survival situations, neem was often trusted when clean medical resources were unavailable. Its reputation spread so widely that traders carried neem knowledge across continents for generations. Modern researchers have discovered that neem contains powerful plant compounds linked to antimicrobial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory activity. In simple terms, neem may help the body fight harmful invaders while supporting the liver and immune system under stress. Ancient herbal traditions also believed neem helped cool the body during periods of inflammation, fever, or toxic overload caused by poor diet and contaminated environments. But neem's reputation became even stranger during outbreaks of disease in crowded communities. Some people hung neem branches near doors and windows because they believed the plant could protect entire households from invisible dangers. Whether symbolic or practical, neem became deeply connected to survival itself. This changes everything. Before we continue, notice a pattern emerging. The most respected detox leaves in history were rarely gentle comfort remedies. They were powerful survival plants trusted during humanity's hardest moments. And the next leaf may be even more shocking, because modern researchers now call it one of the most nutrient-dense plants ever studied on Earth. Topic 5. Moringa, the miracle leaf of survival. Imagine discovering a single leaf so rich in nutrients that some communities survived harsh seasons almost entirely because of it. That leaf was moringa. Across parts of Africa, India, and Asia, moringa became known as the miracle tree because people noticed it could help restore strength during famine, exhaustion, and physical weakness. Ancient healers believed this plant carried life-preserving properties hidden inside its small green leaves. This changes everything. Unlike many detox plants valued mainly for cleansing, moringa gained fame because it appeared to nourish and purify the body at the same time. Families dried the leaves into powders, mixed them into soups, and brewed them into healing drinks during periods of illness or food scarcity. Warriors and travelers sometimes carried moringa because it provided energy when little else was available. Modern science has been equally fascinated by this plant. Researchers discovered that moringa leaves contain vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds in unusually high concentrations. In simple terms, moringa may help the body defend itself against inflammation while supporting energy production, digestion, and natural detox pathways. Some scientists even study its potential role in protecting cells from long-term damage caused by stress and environmental toxins. But what truly shocked researchers was how many traditional cultures already understood this without laboratories or modern technology. In isolated villages, moringa was often given to exhausted workers, recovering mothers, and people weakened by poor nutrition. It was survival medicine hidden in plain sight. Doctors ignored this for decades. Before we continue, think about how strange this really is. Many ancient healing systems focused not only on removing toxins, but also rebuilding the body afterward, and that may explain why moringa became so respected for longevity and resilience. But the next leaf takes a darker turn, because it was once feared for its painful sting, yet secretly valued as one of nature's strongest blood-cleansing plants. Topic 6. Nettle, the stinging leaf that cleanses the blood. At first touch, nettle feels more like a punishment than a medicine. Its tiny hairs can sting the skin, causing burning and irritation almost instantly. But ancient healers saw something completely different. Beneath that painful defense was a plant trusted for centuries to cleanse the blood, restore strength, and help the body recover from deep exhaustion. Across Europe and parts of Asia, nettle became one of the most respected survival herbs ever discovered. This was never supposed to be forgotten. During difficult seasons when food was limited, entire communities relied on nettle soups and teas to stay nourished. Farmers, warriors, and laborers consumed nettle because they believed it rebuilt the body after physical depletion. Some traditional healers even described nettle as a spring cleanser, used to awaken the body after long winters filled with poor nutrition and stagnation. Modern researchers now understand why nettle earned this reputation. The leaves contain minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds linked to circulation, inflammation control, and natural detox support. In simple terms, nettle may help the kidneys and bloodstream remove excess waste more efficiently while supporting overall vitality. Ancient people obviously could not explain this scientifically, but they witnessed the results generation after generation. And strangely, the sting itself became part of the plant's mystery. Some traditions intentionally brushed fresh nettle against the skin to stimulate circulation and relieve joint discomfort. It sounded extreme, but many believed the temporary pain triggered deeper healing responses inside the body. Few people still know this. Now pause for a second. The plants we fear most are sometimes the ones ancient civilizations respected the most, and the next leaf carries a scent recognized across the world, because this powerful tree became famous for helping people breathe, cleanse, and survive during outbreaks of disease and infection. Topic 7. Eucalyptus, the breathing tree. The scent of eucalyptus is instantly recognizable. Sharp, cool, and penetrating, it feels almost as if the air itself becomes cleaner the moment the leaves are crushed. But long before eucalyptus oils filled modern products, ancient communities and indigenous healers were already using these powerful leaves during sickness, breathing difficulties, and environmental contamination. To many survival cultures, eucalyptus was more than a tree. It was protection. This changes everything. Native communities in Australia understood the unusual power of eucalyptus centuries before the modern world paid attention. The leaves were burned, infused in water, and used in steam treatments during respiratory illnesses or periods of widespread infection. Travelers noticed something fascinating. Areas dense with eucalyptus trees often seemed fresher and less stagnant, especially near swamps and difficult environments. Modern science later discovered that eucalyptus contains natural compounds linked to antimicrobial activity and respiratory support. In simple terms, the leaves may help open airways, loosen mucus, and support the body's defenses against certain harmful microbes. But ancient healers also believed eucalyptus worked beyond the lungs. Many used it during cleansing rituals meant to restore physical energy after long sickness and exhaustion. Some survival stories became almost legendary. During outbreaks of disease, families hung eucalyptus branches inside homes, believing the strong aroma protected the air itself. While science explains this differently today, researchers acknowledge that aromatic plant oils can influence indoor environments more than people once realized. Few people still know this. Before we continue, notice how many of these healing leaves served two purposes at once. They helped the body internally, while also transforming the surrounding environment. Ancient people didn't separate health from the world around them, and the next leaf may be one of the most sacred plants ever used in detox traditions, because entire spiritual systems believed it could calm the mind while strengthening the body from within. Topic 8. Holy Basil, the sacred leaf of inner balance. In ancient India, there was one plant so respected that families planted it near the entrance of their homes as a symbol of protection, purification, and spiritual balance. That plant was holy basil, also known as tulsi. Unlike ordinary herbs used only for cooking or simple remedies, holy basil became deeply connected to survival, clarity, and the belief that true healing begins when the body and mind return to harmony. For thousands of years, healers considered this leaf one of nature's greatest gifts. This was never supposed to be forgotten. According to ancient traditions, holy basil was consumed daily by monks, travelers, and people facing intense physical or emotional stress. The leaves were brewed into teas during exhaustion, periods of sickness, and moments of mental overwhelm. While many detox plants focused mainly on cleansing the body, holy basil gained a reputation for doing something more unusual, helping people remain calm while the body recovered from pressure and imbalance. Modern science has become increasingly fascinated by this ancient belief. Researchers discovered that holy basil contains powerful antioxidants and natural compounds linked to stress regulation, immune support, and inflammation control. In simple terms, the plant may help the body adapt more efficiently to constant stress, while supporting natural detox pathways already built into the liver, kidneys, and digestive system. Ancient healers obviously did not speak in scientific language, but they recognized a pattern modern life is only now beginning to understand. A stressed body struggles to heal properly, and this may explain why holy basil became known as a sacred protector during times of uncertainty. Some traditions believe the plant strengthened not only physical health, but emotional resilience during fear, grief, and exhaustion. Families passed down holy basil remedies through generations because they believed the leaf helped restore balance when life itself became overwhelming. Now pause for a second. Imagine how advanced these ancient observations really were. Long before laboratories existed, healers already understood the connection between stress, inflammation, weakness, and disease. But the next leaf takes us into far stranger territory, because this mysterious plant became associated with dreams, visions, and hidden knowledge feared by entire civilizations. Topic 9. Mugwort, the forbidden leaf of dreams and cleansing. There was once a leaf so mysterious that ancient cultures believed it could influence not only the body, but the mind itself. That leaf was mugwort. Across Asia, Europe, and parts of the Middle East, mugwort earned a strange and almost supernatural reputation. Healers used it during cleansing rituals, travelers carried it for protection, and some spiritual traditions believed the plant opened the door to deeper awareness during sleep and meditation. Few people still know this. Unlike gentle household herbs, mugwort was treated with caution and respect. Ancient healers burned the dried leaves in rituals meant to clear harmful energies from homes and people recovering from illness. Others prepared it as teas or infusions during digestive discomfort, fatigue, and periods of physical stagnation. In traditional medicine systems, mugwort became connected to circulation, warmth, and the idea of helping the body move what had become blocked internally. Modern researchers have discovered that mugwort contains powerful plant compounds linked to digestion, circulation, and inflammatory response. In simple terms, the leaf may help stimulate certain natural processes that support detoxification and physical recovery. But what truly made mugwort legendary was its unusual connection to dreams. For centuries, people claimed mugwort intensified dreams, increased vivid mental imagery, and created sensations difficult to explain. Some warriors slept with mugwort near their beds before battles. Travelers carried it during dangerous journeys, believing it offered protection and intuition. Whether psychological, symbolic, or biological, the plant slowly became surrounded by mystery and fear. This is where things get strange. Certain ancient texts even warned that mugwort knowledge should not be misused, because the plant was believed to affect both physical and spiritual states simultaneously. Modern science approaches these claims carefully, but researchers continue studying how aromatic plants influence the nervous system, stress, and sleep patterns. And yet, mugwort was only one branch of an even more powerful family of ancient healing plants, because the next leaf became famous not for mystery, but for surviving where almost nothing else could grow, while quietly healing the people who depended on it most. Topic 10. Plantain leaf, the survival remedy beneath your feet. Most people walk past this plant every single day without realizing they are stepping over one of the oldest survival remedies in human history. Plantain leaf, often dismissed as a common weed, has been used for centuries by healers, travelers, and survival communities who understood something modern society largely forgot. Sometimes the most powerful medicine grows where nobody bothers to look. This changes everything. Long before pharmacies existed, plantain leaves were crushed into poultices for wounds, bites, burns, and infections. Ancient communities noticed that the leaf seemed to calm irritation while helping damaged skin recover more quickly. Travelers carried it during long journeys because it grew almost everywhere, even in harsh conditions where other healing plants struggled to survive. That resilience made plantain a symbol of protection and endurance across multiple cultures. But the real mystery of plantain went far beyond the skin. Traditional healers also prepared the leaves as teas and infusions believed to support digestion, cleanse internal waste, and soothe inflammation throughout the body. During difficult periods of poor nutrition or contaminated food, plantain became part of natural cleansing practices used to help the body recover balance. Modern researchers later discovered that plantain leaves contain natural compounds connected to anti-inflammatory activity, microbial defense, and digestive support. In simple terms, the plant may help calm irritation inside and outside the body while supporting natural detox pathways. Ancient healers obviously could not measure antioxidants or plant chemicals, but they trusted what generations repeatedly observed, and perhaps that is the strangest part of all. One of humanity's most accessible healing plants became ignored, precisely because it was too common. Few people still know this. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this journey into forgotten healing knowledge, subscribe and stay with us, because the next plants become even more powerful and far more mysterious. And the next leaf was once carried into battlefields because people believed it could stop bleeding and preserve life itself. Topic 11. Yarrow, the warrior's healing leaf. Imagine standing on an ancient battlefield thousands of years ago, surrounded by chaos, injury, and survival. Among the few remedies healers carried, one plant appeared again and again in medical traditions across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. That plant was yarrow. Known for centuries as the warrior's herb, yarrow earned a legendary reputation because people believed it could help stop bleeding, protect wounds, and strengthen the body during extreme physical stress. This was once more valuable than gold. Ancient soldiers reportedly carried dried yarrow leaves into battle because the plant became associated with survival itself. Traditional healers crushed the leaves into poultices for cuts and injuries, while others brewed it into teas, believed to cleanse the blood and reduce internal weakness after sickness. Some legends even claimed famous military leaders ordered yarrow supplies prepared before major campaigns. Modern science has found that yarrow contains natural compounds linked to inflammation control, circulation support, and antimicrobial activity. In simple terms, the plant may help the body respond more efficiently to injury and physical stress, while supporting natural recovery systems. This may explain why ancient communities trusted yarrow not only for wounds, but also during fevers, digestive discomfort, and exhaustion after illness. But yarrow carried another strange reputation. In several old traditions, the leaf was believed to offer protection during dangerous journeys and periods of uncertainty. Some people hung dried bundles inside homes to keep away sickness and negative influences. Others believed yarrow strengthened courage itself. Few people still know this. Now pause for a second. Nearly every healing leaf we've explored carried two identities at once: practical medicine and symbolic protection. Ancient civilizations didn't separate survival from spirituality the way modern society often does. And the next leaf became one of the most controversial healing plants ever used, because many believed it could regenerate the body in ways that sounded almost impossible. Topic 12. Comfrey, the leaf they tried to silence. What if one of the most controversial healing plants in history was also one of the most respected by ancient herbalists? That plant was comfrey. For centuries, healers across Europe and Asia used comfrey leaves during injuries, exhaustion, and recovery from physical trauma. Some even called it knitbone, because people believed it helped the body repair itself unusually fast, and that reputation made comfrey both famous and feared. Few people still know this. Ancient communities crushed comfrey leaves into poultices for bruises, fractures, burns, and wounds that refused to heal properly. Travelers carried dried comfrey during dangerous journeys because medical help was often impossible to find. In difficult times, this leaf became associated with resilience and regeneration. Some healers believed comfrey encouraged the body to rebuild what had been damaged. Modern researchers later discovered that comfrey contains compounds linked to tissue repair and inflammation control. In simple terms, the plant may help support recovery processes when the body is under physical stress. That discovery fascinated scientists because it partially explained why ancient people trusted the leaf so deeply without understanding chemistry or biology. But this is where the story becomes controversial. Over time, concerns emerged about certain natural compounds inside comfrey when consumed improperly or excessively. As modern regulations increased, many traditional uses became restricted or heavily debated. Some people believed the plant was unfairly demonized. Others argued caution was necessary. Either way, comfrey slowly disappeared from mainstream knowledge despite centuries of historical use. This is where things get strange. Many survivalists and traditional herbal practitioners still quietly study comfrey today, especially for external applications. To them, the plant represents a forgotten chapter of natural medicine that modern society no longer fully understands. And yet, the next leaf may be even more shocking because what most people call a useless backyard weed was once considered one of nature's greatest detoxifying plants. Topic 13. Artemisia, the ancient leaf of protection. What if one of the most feared healing plants in ancient history also became one of the most powerful symbols of survival? Artemisia was not treated like an ordinary herb. Across ancient civilizations, this mysterious leaf was associated with protection, purification, endurance, and hidden medicinal knowledge passed quietly between generations. In some regions, healers believed Artemisia possessed the ability to strengthen the body during times of widespread sickness and physical collapse. This was never supposed to be forgotten. For centuries, Artemisia was used in traditional remedies designed to cleanse the body, support digestion, and protect against environmental dangers people could not fully understand. Travelers carried it during dangerous journeys. Villages burned the leaves during outbreaks of disease. Some cultures even placed Artemisia near entrances and windows, believing it could guard families from invisible threats carried through the air. Modern researchers later became fascinated by the plant's natural compounds and biological activity. In simple terms, Artemisia contains powerful substances that may help the body respond to stress, inflammation, and certain harmful organisms. While ancient healers lacked scientific language, they witnessed something undeniable. People continued turning to this leaf generation after generation during humanity's hardest moments. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson hidden inside all 14 of these healing leaves. Ancient civilizations understood that the body was never meant to fight alone. Nature itself provided tools for cleansing, recovery, resilience, and survival long before modern detox trends existed. From hyssop and neem to moringa, yarrow, comfrey, and dandelion, these plants survived the rise and fall of empires because people believed their healing value was real. But somewhere along the way, much of that knowledge was forgotten. This changes everything. Maybe the greatest mystery is not whether these leaves worked, but why so many people stopped paying attention to them in the first place. If you enjoyed this journey through forgotten healing knowledge, make sure to follow the channel and stay connected for more ancient remedies, survival wisdom, and hidden discoveries that modern society almost erased. And now, we want to hear from you. Which of these healing leaves surprised you the most? Leave your comment below, and this is only the beginning.